Hey YouTubers, this is Bob. Well, it's so good to be back with you guys. Well, today I'm doing a special YouTube celebrity reading. And the recipient today of my special YouTube celebrity reading is Waqqid2008. Hi Waqqid, so good to see you. Waqqid is a wonderful person. You got to check out his channel. I'll put the information over here in the box. And he's just a really talented and special person. Anyways, Waqqid, before we get into this, give me just a moment and let me attune to the spirit world. Okay, here we are. Well, Fletcher's here. He says hi to you. Waqqid, before I start here, let me just tell you I'm stepping forward here into your vibration. And it's very interesting because I'm getting around you right now a lot of kind of silver and beige colored light. Now, when I get that sort of light, what that means is there's a lot of transition energy here around you. And the beige light is about coming into a place of settlement here. And I feel as you step into September here, you're really going to be, in a sense, being settled here, okay? And I do feel around you a lot of school energy, and I feel like I want you to keep going in school here. It's interesting because I pick up around you going on to do a master's degree. And it's interesting because I keep getting multiple focuses here for education around you. Looks like there's a focus in the music area, but interestingly, I also get something related around, it looks like it's in the creative arts. It could be a theater major as well. So there's a lot of creative energy here around you. Now, I also get around you, strangely, that you may have an affinity for stuff in the business area. And that may sound a little strange right now, but down the road I feel like you're going to be drawn to doing something connected to marketing. Because I see something with you with business, but it's a creative edge to it, okay? And, you know, in terms of, you know, finances, I see a lot of silver light in your aura. And silver light generally means financial growth here. And I really feel as you're going into the fall here, there's a lot of growth here for you financially. And I want you just to kind of hang in there and not be too worried, okay? Because I do feel that you're going to turn out okay this year. I want you to work on some scholarship funds because I see money around you for schooling, and it looks like there's literally like a pot of money being given to you, okay? So this looks very good. Now, what's also interesting is going down the road here for you, and I want to put this out about 2 years out. I see media connections around you. I see connections in communications, in the arts and music. And I really feel like I want you to really press forward on the singing front and also on the communications front, because I feel like you may find yourself doing something that's related to public relations or something in that area. But it looks very, very positive for you, okay? And I just pick up here a lot of really wonderful, wonderful energy. It's interesting because when I go back on your chart here, and I want to go back about the last probably about 4 to 5 months actually, you've been in kind of a holding pattern. There's been a lot of what I'm going to call stuck energy here around you. And I actually see you breaking out of that. And I want you just to not to be afraid. You know, the stuck energy is when I see it in the aura, it's like a dark blue, like a midnight blue color. And I see just the tiniest band of that around you. So you're about done with that. And it's really around September where all this energy starts to pick up. You know, and I get around you a lot of people trying to tell you what to do. And I don't want you to listen to them. I mean, I know they're friends and family and they mean well. But really, see, you're on such a spiritual path right now. In your spirit and heart, you've been getting messages about your direction. And I want you to honor that and to keep going here, okay? But really, the arts is where you're going to be. Now, it's interesting because as I was mentioning earlier, I see a marketing connection here around this. And you may want to study business and marketing simply as a skill that you'll acquire, because in your own business you may find at least in the initial stage you do a lot of your own marketing here, okay? But it all looks very, very positive here around you, and I don't want you to be afraid, okay? Now, you know, as I was telling you, all these people around you keep trying to tell you which path to go on, but the truth is you already are on the right path. And I don't want you to suddenly change course because everybody's telling you. In your heart, you know you're now following the right path. And I think that's really the wonderful part here, okay? Now, you know, what's interesting about your path, though, is that a lot of this is tied into some of your, a lot of it's tied into your past lives. And you actually have had quite a number of past lives. Now, your most recent past life, it looks like it was in England, actually. And you lived in England right around World War II. It was like in the 1930s, right before the end of the 30s when World War II started in 1939, 1940. And unfortunately, you did die around 1941, and it was in a fire, and that's what killed you. Now, what's interesting, when you died, you were in a recital hall. You were practicing to do, I believe it was like a singing, like a theater, musical sort of thing. And you lost your life in a fire. You were in a dance hall or some sort of practice place. And when you died, you know, you were caught up in a fire. Okay? Now, the reason I tell you this is you were quite young. You were in your early 20s when that happened. So you may start to have kind of this anxiety every time you go into a theater or something. But that really, you're not in any danger that I see. It's really past life stuff starting to come back here. And your name in that life, I keep hearing the name around, it sounds like Phil or Philip. And I don't know if that name has any meaning to you. But that was your name in the last life. And you were a young male, probably about age 20, 21 when you died. And you were actually, you were very talented. You were a dancer, you were a singer, you were an actor. So all of those creative arts are really here around you. And that's why you feel in this life such a pull in the psychic, well, not the psychic, but in the creative area. But interestingly, why I say psychic around that is that to do great art is really an act of channeling. It's a psychic talent, and you do have definitely some psychic ability here, okay? So I do feel around you, I want you to focus on meditation and do some channeling work here, okay? Now, in terms of the right path, of course you're on the right path. And I don't want you to worry, because I do feel around you that there's an issue here around a relationship, and I'm seeing that around beginning of December for you. And I see a person entering your life. Now, it's interesting because this person is connected also to singing. And I get the name Lee around them. And I feel like they are, they're interesting because they're biracial. I think they're a mix of African American and white. The name is Lee, but it looks like it's the beginning of December here where you make the connection, and it looks wonderful. And I feel like this becomes a longer-term relationship for you, okay? So not to worry. You're in a good place here. And, you know, don't be worried, because that blocked energy is breaking around you as we speak. And I really see a lot of improvement here, okay, for you. Also, I need to tell you, your spirit guides, you got a number of spirits around you, and one of your guides is an angel, and the angel's name, it sounds like Aumiel, A-U-M-I-L. Aumiel is the name, and that's one of your angels that helps you, particularly in the creative arts area, okay? That's one of your spirit guides. And I also pick up around you a grandmother here on the mother's side of the family. And I just get this one. It could be a great-grandmother. I'm not sure. I just pick up a grandmother energy here. But I pick her up already. And I feel like she's been an influence also in your life. So listen, you're on the right path. But I really feel like you're just about to turn the corner. And as you get into the fall here, it's really, it looks all open for you. Okay? Anyways, I hope this has helped. I appreciate reading for you, and keep me posted. God bless you. Good night.